Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. If you are new, my name is Cristin and I am 18 weeks pregnant with my second child. So I am so behind on doing pregnancy updates for you guys. I don't even remember the last one I made. I think it was around like the 8 or 9 week mark, maybe 10 weeks. I'm not really sure. So since then, I am now 18 weeks. I'm halfway through my second trimester, technically like halfway through my whole pregnancy because I will be going in to have my C-section at about 38 weeks. So that puts me already at like halfway through the pregnancy. Baby is due sometime in May, we know that for sure, but they haven't decided exactly when in May. So we will find that out in my next ultrasound, which will be the first week of January, along with finding out the baby's gender, which is very exciting. We could have done it next week, which is the week of Christmas. But we decided not to, just because of insurance and deductibles and all that fun grown-up stuff you gotta worry about. It just works out better to have the ultrasound, the price of the ultrasound, going towards next year's deductible than it does for this year's deductible. So, where did we even leave off? I'm sure that the last time I made a pregnancy update video, I was probably having symptoms. The biggest symptom throughout this whole pregnancy really has been exhaustion and cramping. So I'm not nearly as exhausted as I was. I was just like beat, tired, didn't want to do anything, wanted to sleep as much as possible. I had a hard time keeping up with my 2-year-old. It was rough. I just wanted to sleep, which is a pretty common pregnancy symptom. You're growing a whole other human. Like it takes a lot out of you. That's really calmed down quite a bit. I still get tired quite a bit. I definitely enjoy taking naps during the day when my son takes naps. However, I'm not like exhausted like I was. On top of that, the cramping, it's better. It definitely doesn't get as bad as it did in the first trimester. First trimester, like pain level, it would hit like a 4 or a 5. Like there were some times that were just kind of scary because it was that painful. However, my doctor told me that cramping is totally normal during pregnancy, especially in the beginning, and that as long as I wasn't bleeding, don't worry too much about it. And so I never like went to the doctor over the cramping because there was never any bleeding, but it would still get pretty painful and it would still really freak me out. And so I would have to like take it easy if I like was cramping or whatever. I'd like put my feet up, relax, try not to do a lot, lay in bed, whatever, and just really try to take it easy. And normally what would like flare up the cramping would be like if I was up doing stuff. So if I'm like at the store for like more than an hour, like walking around Walmart or something, like I really start hurting and I gotta go, I gotta get out of there. I can't, you know, keep walking around. So that it's kind of been a bummer, especially being that it's the holiday season and you want to get out, you want to go shopping, you want to do all this fun stuff, and it's like I have like an hour. So says my body. But it is what it is, and it's better to take it easy and not risk any complications than it is to, you know, push yourself to do Christmas shopping, you know. There's always next year for Christmas shopping. So, yeah, those symptoms have curbed. They're not as bad as they were. And currently I'm having a lot of back pain, which I'm not too surprised with. If you've been here for a while, then you probably already know this. But I have a lot of arthritis in my spine due to an old back injury. I fractured one of my discs in high school, and there's arthritis above and below it, all that fun stuff. And when I'm working out on a regular basis, it strengthens my back and I don't have near the pain. But because of all the cramping I had in the early part of my pregnancy, I have not been able to exercise the way that I did prior to getting pregnant. Quite frankly, I haven't really exercised at all because the cramping just freaks me out and it's not really worth it to me to risk the pregnancy over trying to work out. So, and not doctor's orders or anything like that, but it's just my personal, like, it freaks me out. I didn't have it in my first pregnancy. I'm just being cautious, maybe overly cautious, but I feel like overly cautious is better than, you know, pushing it too far. So, because I haven't been able to work out the way that I was, my back muscles have really weakened and the arthritis is really bothering me. Couple that with the only kind of painkiller I can take is like a really low dose of Tylenol. So normally I like take like a higher dose of ibuprofen when it really gets bad. So that's kind of, my back is like constantly hurting right now. It's like a constant. And because of the cramping and the back pain, I now have to have a stool at work. I'm supposed to stand for 6 hours at my shift. However, I can't do that. I start hurting, I start cramping, it's not gonna happen. And so I had to get like a waiver from my doctor to say it's okay for me to have it at work, and it's a whole thing. And anyway, my boss has been lovely and allowed me to use the stool at work well before I ever got the waiver signed. Just because it had like, I had to have paperwork mailed to me to get taken care of. It was a whole process. But now it's done and over with, and I am officially approved. So that's good. What else? I haven't really had much of any food cravings. I had, I guess, what you'd call like a strong hankering, which some people might call a craving, but like when I think of pregnancy cravings, I think of like, I need it, you know, like I would die for this, you know. I haven't had any cravings that were like that extreme, where I'm like, I need it, you know. It hasn't been anything like that, but it's been like, this sounds really good, kind of a craving. And that was for hot dogs. And that's kind of weird for me because I don't typically eat hot dogs. I remember when I had that craving, I sent my husband a text and I was like, I really want hot dogs. And he's like, you don't eat hot dogs. I'm like, I know, but like the baby wants a hot dog. And then, and it's funny because you get emotional when you're pregnant. I went to go make myself a hot dog and we didn't have any ketchup. And I had to use barbecue sauce. And I texted my husband and I was like, we are out of ketchup. I'm going to cry. This is a sad hot dog. And it made me sad. However, I did end up eating the hot dog with barbecue sauce and it tasted absolutely heavenly. It hit the spot, took care of that craving. And then the other craving you could say that I had was for Taco Bell bean and cheese burritos. I had that twice. And the first time I got one of their bean and cheese burritos, I don't know what happened, but it was like the most sorry sad bean burrito I ever had in my life. There was like no filling in it. It was all tortilla. And it just didn't do it for me. I was like, there's nothing here. So a couple days later we went back and got them again, and they actually like put a lot of filling in it this time, and it did it for me. And during that time frame I was like, oh, like after I had the second one, I was like, I feel like this is probably going to start being like a regular craving. I'm going to be like, I'm going to want bean and cheese burritos on a regular basis. So like I stashed some Taco Bell mild sauce, and then I went to the store and I bought flour tortillas and I bought refried beans, and I thought, okay, I'll just make these for myself at home, be a lot cheaper, and I'll just have them readily on hand. Haven't craved them since. Refried beans, still sitting in my cabinet. It's been weeks. We've used the flour tortillas for other things, but like Taco Bell mild sauce, still sitting in a cabinet. I mean, if I ever have the craving again, I've got the stuff on hand for it. But I like, since those two cravings, I have not had a craving or a hankering for anything since then. But I will say with this baby, my taste buds, my palate, tends to lean more towards like savory dishes, like meats and cheeses. Yeah, I'm all for like any kind of meat, any kind of cheese, anything like that, like savory things. I'm down. And pasta, pizza, that's all okay with me. Which is kind of funny because when I was pregnant with my son, although I loved anything pasta, it was all good. I was almost like a vegetarian with him. Like I wanted fruits and vegetables all the time. And with this baby, like normally when I'm not pregnant, like I normally have like a piece of fruit for breakfast, or like a banana or an apple. Like that's my normal. And with this baby, like there have been times I've tried to eat apples and I have to like gag it down. Like it's just, it's so weird, right? Like normally I love apples and I'm like forcing myself to eat it. I'm like, it's good for you. And then I've had times where like I'm trying to snack on like a cucumber or some carrots, or I remember trying to eat a salad. What was it? Peas. I love sweet peas normally. And a lot of times my son and I will like snack on sweet peas. And we were trying to eat some, my dog is running around the kitchen, and my cat, so sorry if you hear them. But I was trying to eat some sweet peas the other day, a couple weeks ago. And oh my god, they tasted like dirt. My son was for it. Like he put hurting on them. But I took like one bite and I was like, no, can't do it. It tasted so bad. So like fruits and vegetables in this pregnancy just like aren't doing it for me. Like I'm making myself eat them because I know they're good for me, but like I don't want them. I'm not interested. They don't sound good. They're not like my go-to. Like I would rather have like meat, cheese, kind of dishes. That's just like what sounds good during this pregnancy. Other than all of that, like really, I'm hardly showing. I'll show you guys my belly here in a minute. At least I feel like I'm hardly showing. Like all of my clothes still fit me, though I'm down to like my last pair of jeans that fit. So, you know, take that for what you will. But like all my leggings still fit me. I've gained 3 pounds in this pregnancy so far, which isn't bad. I mean, I'm a bigger person, so like I shouldn't be gaining a ton during my pregnancy anyways. With my son, I gained about 30 pounds, and this was about the time when I really kind of started like packing on the pounds with him. So I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen this time. But at least I've not been packing on the pounds the entire pregnancy. I've only gained 3 the entire pregnancy. But I feel like all of the weight that I have gained has gone right to my thighs. Like, I just feel like my thighs look so much bigger. And I'm noticing a difference in my pants, like my waist and my butt and my hips, like everything fits normal, but like my thighs, my pants are tight. And I'm like, am I growing a baby in my legs? I don't know. That's how it seems. But I guess if I gotta gain weight anywhere, my legs are probably the best place to gain it because I always lose weight and tone up my legs the fastest. So I'm not complaining too much. And I feel like in my face, like sometimes I feel like my face looks thinner, other times I feel like my face looks more round. I don't know. Also, some of it could be bloating or like water retention, I guess. Definitely had both of those in my first pregnancy. Haven't really noticed a lot of bloating in this pregnancy, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. I might just like not be noticing it. While we're on talking about water, I drink a lot of water. Like I'm just thirsty all the time. So like everything with my blood work has been normal. I know sometimes when you're drinking a lot of water, that can be signs of like other issues. And all of my blood work, all of my urine tests that I have to have done at the hospital, anytime I have a checkup, have been completely normal. So nothing's going on that's bad, but I'm just like thirsty all the time. And so like I'm drinking lots of water. Like that's not a bad thing. So getting plenty of water and staying hydrated. Really for the most part, this pregnancy has been really easy. Like I don't want to brag because I know there are some people who really struggle with their pregnancies, but this pregnancy overall has been extremely easy. It's been a walk in the park. Like I thought my first pregnancy was easy. This one is like next level easy. I don't even feel like I'm pregnant half the time, which is probably good because I have a 2-year-old to chase. But yeah, I mean, as long as I take it easy and I don't overdo it, like I feel great most of the time. The nausea that I was having is pretty much gone. And even still, like the nausea that I did have was never very intense. It only lasted, you know, like an hour at most, and then I'd be hungry. I do remember talking about having, in the very first trimester, a lot of hunger. Like I ate a lot. I was hungry all the time. That's all gone. Nausea's all gone. Like I feel like I'm back to normal, doing like regular normal things. Like very, very mild symptoms at this point. I'm very lucky, very blessed, very thankful. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to tell you guys, but this pregnancy's just been really easy. So I guess that'll wrap things up here, and I will show you guys my pregnant belly. Okay guys, so here is my 18-week pregnant belly. Not really showing a whole lot still, not a whole lot going on. Like, yeah, not same old. I mean, I'm showing a little bit, but it's not a whole lot going on. I mean, still wearing my regular jeans. So yeah, that's what I'm looking like at 18 weeks pregnant with baby number 2. Okay, so there's what my belly is looking like at 18 weeks pregnant. This is the Thursday before Christmas, so I'm not exactly sure when I'll get this video up. I'm hoping it will be next week. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.